Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck.
That's right, we're feuding.
What?
I don't know, but this sounds like a hell of a party Bilbo's throwing.
Giant mustache brain with
Galaxy brain.
This is what we came here to do. Sling mono green spells.
I didn't want to do this.
Can I get lucky?
Why are we fighting?
We're playing Magic.
Good, that's happening again. Should we tell him it's Abzan?
No.
Abzan?
Okay.
If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, the I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out.
Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck. We want to give you the true LGS experience. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
What's up, everyone? It's Lynch from I Hate Your Deck. Welcome to another spicy episode with spicy people. We always like to bring the spice. And as always, I like to play paper magic with my spicy friends.
Hey, Skylar Funk here, the spicy friend, the spicy boy. Friend of the show, happy to be back, ready to sling some spells.
What's up, everybody? It's me, it's Cool Matt. Yeah, let's cast some cards, baby. Let's rock.
Drawing a blank. What's
Say,
the-
I'm Larry the villain.
Welcome, Cookie Duster.
Greeting from Mustache Town.
Greetings, friends and cookie dusters. Larry here, the winning villain of the show. Gauntlet dropped. Let's get this game going.
So before we do that, let's talk about Rule 0.
Yo.
Because we all got some interesting things to talk about. I'll go first. I'm gonna play Bilbo Birthday Celebrant. It is from the new Lord of the Rings Commander set. It is a Universe Beyond. Are we all cool with Universe Beyond?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bilbo Birthday Celebrant is a legendary creature halfling rogue. If you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1 instead. So it gives me an extra 1 life, so hopefully I'll have stuff in this deck that lets me gain life that I draw into.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And then I play 2 colorless and Asban, or 2 colorless white, black, green, tap him, exile Bilbo, search my library for any number of creature cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I only can activate if I have exactly 111 or more life. Ideally, I get to do that and then just go through my deck and just drop all the creatures on the battlefield. And there's fun stuff like Beacon of Immortality to help me get there once I get to 55 life.
Desperately need to keep you below 111. That sounds
So
bad.
it may not be as optimized with the colors of white, black, green, but
Yeah.
it's optimized with the best white, black, green Lord of the Rings cards that
Hey.
fit his birthday.
Hey, who would be
Because
at his
it's
birthday
who,
party?
who would be at his
Yeah.
birthday party, like celebrating with Bilbo. There's no Craterhoof in here. Really love Lord of the Rings, and I really liked adding a lot of flavor. Some fast mana. I think I have like maybe 7 mana rocks.
Cool.
I don't know, but this sounds like a hell of a party Bilbo's throwing.
Bilbo is trying to have a bash, and he's trying to bring all the halfling homies.
But no crater hoofs, they can't sit with us.
They're not sitting with us at this table. It really is trying to bring the flavor of Lord of the Rings.
I'm playing Arixmethes, the Slumbering Isle, 12/12 Legendary Kraken. Arixmethes, the Slumbering Isle, enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters on. As long as Arixmethes has a slumber counter on it, it's a land, not a creature. Whenever I cast a spell, I may remove a slumber counter from Arixmethes, and I can tap it to add Simic to my mana pool. Krakens are really big, and when they splash in the water, things get bounced out of the water.
Hey.
That's kind of like how I survived to the late game, where I now have a 12/12 that hits
Yeah.
people and has friends that are also big, and I hit people with those.
Fortunately, it's not an option for us to not get in the water. We are in the splash zone.
We are going
Yes.
in the splash zone.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Sleepy Island is coming to Bilbo's birthday party, and so are 2 Wort, the Raid Mothers, twinsies, I decided to build a mono green Spellslinger deck. So I heard about Wort, the Raid Mother. It's split mana. You could build it mono green. Wort is a 6 mana 3/3 Goblin Shaman. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 red and green Goblin Warrior creature tokens. And it says each red or green instant and a sorcery spell you cast has Conspire, which means as you cast the spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control that share a color with it. When you do, copy it, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So this is a redless Wort, mono green Spellslinger deck. And when Matt found out that I was doing that,
Well, this is the first commander deck that I built in 2008 when this set came out. And I've kept it together ever since, but once you started talking about the terrible idea to build a green Spellslinger deck, I was like, well, we need a baseline. Like, a red Spellslinger deck is the best way to compare these two, right? So I have the mono red, mono green.
if it's okay with you guys, I want to play this Lesson Learn board. I really liked Strixhaven and Lesson Learn. I don't think it's that powerful. Like, these spells are not efficient, and there's only one field trip in my 99 that would let me learn.
So we're all okay having these cards in a sideboard.
I'm cool with the study hall package.
What is this mono green trying to do?
Pump out tokens. It's going to try to find Tron, because green sorceries let you search your deck for land cards, not just basic land cards. So I have the Urza's Mine Tower and Power Plant in here. It's definitely going to try to pump out a bunch of mana and pump out a bunch of tokens.
Okay, mono red Wart is trying to do something kind of similar. Also a glass cannon, pumping out tokens. There's a bit of burn, you know, there's just a bunch of goblins and that kind of thing.
Now enjoy the show.
Let's roll to see who goes first.
Let's do it.
Ready to spaghetti and flow.
Oh, I got a 6.
Good luck beating my 4.
I did with the 6.
Okay.
Let's draw and get our 7.
Yeah.
All good.
Let's get the party started. I will draw for turn. I'm gonna just play what I drew. Command Tower seems decent. Then I'm gonna tap that for a green, and I'm gonna cast an Essence Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. I'm gonna try my best not to forget any of those triggers.
Oof.
This is going to be a spicy party, Lynch.
This is our problem.
Yeah. Don't miss any triggers. I'll hold you to the hot sauce.
All
You
right.
know we got it.
I will
no
pass.
party like a Bilbo party.
All right, draw for turn. We're gonna play Mountain.
Hey.
Tap that mountain
Surprised.
for a Skirk Prospector. Goblin that has sacrifice a goblin, add red to your mana pool.
That seems like a down payment on a really big turn.
Indeed. And I know that doesn't trigger anything when it comes into play.
You played the Goblin. That'll trigger my Essence Warden. I gain 1 life.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, draw. I'll play a Woodland Stream. Enters the battlefield tapped. Taps for green or blue. Pass.
Doesn't even gain you a life.
Nothing, dude.
I love it, dude. I'll go with a forest, and I'll cast Sylvan Safekeeper. This is a 1/1 creature wizard. Pretty sure it's an elf, but not on this printing. Sacrifice a land. Target creature you control can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn.
Sylvan Safekeeper does hit the battlefield. Essence Warden sees it. Gain a life.
I pass.
Untap. Draw for turn.
That battle for
I see.
I have 2 or more opponents, so Bountiful and Promenade will come in and not tapped. I will then tap these 2, 1 for green, 1 doesn't matter, and I'll cast Nature's Lore. Search the library for a forest card, put that onto the battlefield, then shuffle. To shorten the game while I go get it, I'll just hit Larry for 1.
Do that.
Since he's open.
Attack the villain.
While I get a Savannah, I'll put it on the battlefield untapped.
Draw
Take
for
it
turn. I'm going to attack the villain for 1 as well. Sorry, Larry.
Actually, I'm gonna grab a Bayou instead.
Great.
Okay, I feel like I deserve this.
I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna sack the Prospector.
Oh, what?
For red, play Star Compass, which comes into play tapped, and it taps for any color that a basic land I control could produce, so red. And then I'll play Grill Turf, bouncing Mountain, taps for green and red.
Huh.
Well, colorless and red, in my case.
Star Compass no longer taps for
No,
anything on
that's
this board.
correct.
Interesting.
Taps for nothing.
I do like this as a budget option, though. It's good.
I mean, how many 2-cost mana rocks are there? It's one of them.
You gotta
Yeah.
have them.
Untap, upkeep, draw, play an island, and I will pay green-blue and cast Kiora's Follower. 2/2 Merfolk. Tap it to untap another target permanent.
A
I'll pass
combo
the turn.
piece, but you can't pass because that will trigger Essence Warden and I will gain a
geez.
life.
Good job, Mike.
Man,
Didn't
you know,
forget.
You
I
did
tell
it.
you what, I'm glad I'm not the one who played the Soul Sister, because this is gonna be so much work, dude. This is so bad.
We're all in this together.
I'm gonna be a part of the solution and remove it.
And kill
Oh,
them.
don't do that.
All right, you done?
Yes, I pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw.
The mind games. He likes to get in your head.
Yeah,
this one.
for sure.
Play a forest, and I'll go ahead and cast this Sylvan Library that my buddy Merritt gave me. It is an enchantment that says you may draw 2 extra cards during your draw phase. If you do so, flare. If you do so, put 2 of the cards drawn this turn back on top of your library in any order, or pay 4 life per card not replaced. Effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. So yeah, I have his Sylvan Library. Does that resolve?
Resolves.
Yes.
That artwork to me is always strange because I'm like, I get that it looks like a tree, but it also looks like it could be like a weird looking elephant.
Doesn't look that much like a library. I'll go to combat and attack my dear friend Mike, as is my tradition.
All right, so lose 1 life.
There
So
we
you're
are.
passing?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna untap, draw for
Take it
turn.
easy. Don't flick the bean too hard.
Look
buddy.
at it and tell me that's not a clitoris.
420.69, drawing cards, dude.
Go. He
Okay.
says Arixmethes, and it's like obviously Arixmethes.
Because-
but, like, maybe the one.
I'll play Deathcap Glade. It doesn't come in tap because I have 2 or more other lands. We'll go to combat. Sky for 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap 1 of each color to cast Bilbo. Green, white, and black. So if I would gain life, you gain that +1. I gain life because Essence Warden sees Bilbo entering, and then Bilbo will have a replacement effect that allows me to gain 2 life.
Facts.
And then I pass the turn with 1 command tower untapped. Bilbo Baggins! The Bagginses.
No, please. After you. I'm gonna play the mountain, turn my star compass back on. Tap 3, Legion Warboss. Legion Warboss is a 2/2 goblin soldier with Mentor. So when it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That token gains haste until end of turn and attacks this combat if able.
That will trigger Essence Warden, and then Bilbo will also see that, so gain 2 life.
And then beginning of combat, make another 1/1.
You sure you
Trigger
don't?
Essence Warden, Bilbo will see it.
That's okay. I will attack Sky for
Sure.
1. 1 coming at you.
I'll take it.
The red team has to show the green team what's up.
That's right. We're feuding.
Whoa.
Are we feuding?
Larry will come out on top somehow anyway.
Can you mill him? I don't know.
Passing?
I am passing.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a Waterlogged Grove. Land taps for Simic. I have to pay 1 life to do so. I can also pay 1, tap, and sacrifice Waterlogged Grove to draw a card.
Man, when you get flooded, I love seeing the tap sack.
I will pay 4. I'll tap 3, paying a life to use this for mana. Tap Kiora's Follower to untap Woodland Grove, Woodland Stream. Tap it for green, make 4 mana, Arixmethes, the Slumbering Isle. See, I don't know if it's Arixmethes or Arixmethes. Maybe some of our viewers are scholars of the classics or antiquity and could settle this debate. Arixmethes, Slumbering Isle enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters on it. That'll be my turn. Those are, yes,
Nice, big.
commensurately big slumber counters.
Untap. Draw is 3 cards, and I'm gonna put that back, pay 4 life, and take these 2 cards. So my land per turn to forest,
I like your basics.
Llanowar Elves down for that.
Gain 2.
Gain 2 life.
Thank you, Essence Warden and Bilbo.
This is what this deck does, and it's gonna just be bad. Saproling Migration is my next spell, costs 2, and it's a sorcery. I'm not kicking it. It says create 2 1/1 green Saproling creature token.
Gain 4 life.
Saproling?
Yeah.
Yep, I got 2 different looking Saprolings.
Cute. I don't really have good attacks. I mean, Larry. Larry!
Sure, buddy.
Attack you.
Bring it. Take 1. Noted aggression.
Yeah.
4 you pass the turn. Mm-hmm. I am
Like-
going to pay a white, and I'm just gonna path your Kiora. Just to try to
Okay.
slow you down a little bit, because I know Larry, scary Larry.
Scary Larry.
All right, yes, Path to Exile. You will get a basic.
You can't have that ramp, but you could have a different ramp.
You'll basic tapped,
I am hopping mad about that.
and then I will go to my untap
You know, guys,
and draw for turn.
killing the villain is definitely a worthy goal. Harder to achieve than just outliving the villain, which, if you let others do your dirty work, as the villain does,
I'm gonna
you're
play.
able to make it to the end of the road.
I'm gonna play a swamp. Tap the swamp. Cast a Soul Ring. Yeah,
Welcome.
I guess you're the only one I can hit, huh?
You're coming swimming again?
Yeah, I'm going swimming. I'll hit you for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely enough times when I've felt bad for you and then I've lost the game.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot over the past few days. So I take 3 down to 33.
Yes. I have lots of open mana, and I will pass.
Nice. Untap, draw.
There's also a thing like after the Scorching of the Shire in the books, where the year 1420, which is kind of like 420, was the best year for the Hobbit Greenleaf in all the Shire of the history of the Shire.
That sounds like some revisionist history.
It's not. It's in. I mean, 1420 is not the
Or-
same as 420, but I'm just saying in the appendices after Lord of the Rings is done. Because it wasn't in the movies, but there's a Scorching of the Shire. The regrowth, it was the best, like food and weed.
Is that where
Anyways.
420 comes from?
That'd be better if it was.
All right.
Cool.
So I'm gonna play another legendary goblin. Wait, is it legendary? It is. That's not. I see. Okay, I'm gonna play Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin. Whenever it attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then create that many 1/1 goblins.
When it enters
Trigger.
battlefield, I gain 2 life
You do.
due to Warden and Bilbo. Thanks for coming to the party. That's
sure.
what it is. Bilbo's like, hey, welcome to the party.
I suspect the goblins haven't yet come into the party.
Are there goblins in that universe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're all up in the
Hella
mountains.
Hella goblin. That's
They're
why
in the
this is
mountains.
thematic.
Oh,
this
I
works.
see.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen the Lord of the Rings.
Shut the front door.
Are you?
I love to make people say it. It's just good. Anyway, I'll go to my attack.
Yeah, do it.
Here's 2 more life.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. Happy to help.
Essence Warden Bilbo trigger.
I may attack, and I get to put a counter on something. Gosh, I feel bad, Larry.
You shouldn't.
Attack him.
You take him
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I
yes,
deliberately
you're right.
played
We
my
have to keep-
commander so that Mike would attack me
Very
and you
good.
could attack
Okay.
Mike.
I just need a little coaching.
Wow.
Okay.
You're that many steps ahead in your villainous brain, your
Galaxy brain.
giant mustache brain with
Very
Universe
wrinkly
mustache.
So then I guess I'll go to attack.
Yeah.
Lynch.
How much?
Mentor is going to trigger. Could I use a die?
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll put a counter on a creature with lesser power.
Okay. You said 5?
Yeah.
5 coming in. Okay. Post combat, I'm going to play Gamble,
So you're gonna go search for a card.
I'm gonna search
put
for a
it in your
card.
hand and then randomly.
and then you guys will help me randomly choose a card to discard.
One of us will pinch.
You'll pinch.
Bench.
Sky, I feel like this is your right.
All right.
That one?
Flip it.
It's what he tutored.
Oh!
Source of defense.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It totally is. Yeah.
Let me see that.
Good card is good. I will untap. This is currently a land.
I was going to
Upkeep.
get a mountain.
Draw. Play a War Room as my land for turn.
Oh yeah.
Colorless land taps to add colorless, pay 3 and tap it, then pay life equal to the amount of colors in your commander's color identity to draw a card. So I'll pay 5 double blue Simic and a generic and cast Keruga, the Macro Sage.
Hey.
She's gross.
5/4 legendary dinosaur hippo. When Keruga the Macro Sage enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with mana cost 3 or greater. That'll be only Arixmethes. On cast, I remove a counter. On ETB, I draw a card and you gain 2 life.
Thank you, Essence Warden and Bilbo Beckons.
What a team. What is Mike doing with 6 mana at flash speed?
I'll pay 1 blue and cast Preordain. Sorcery, scry 2, then draw a card. On cast, I'll remove another counter from Arixmethes, down to 3.
When you say it that way, it sounds like you're talking about a guy named Eric, and his last name is Smithies.
Top this, bottom the other, and then draw. After that, I'm gonna pass the turn with 1 mana available.
Untap and draw 3 cards. Awkward. So I'll put these back here and take the 1.
Yep.
I'll play a Blighted Woodland, which is a land that can tap for colorless, or I can pay 3 and a green, tap and sack it to search my library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped. Go to combat, try to just do my part to keep Lynch's life total below 100 and dangerous.
So 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Pass and crack this Blighted Woodland to fetch 2 tap forests while you take your turn.
Untap.
Buy the cards I left here.
I drew 1
guess.
card. I'll play a forest. I'll go to combat. I'm gonna hit Sky for 1.
You bringing that Hobbit leaf over with you when you come?
Yeah, bro, you can't go to the forest without the
Well,
Hobbit
it's
leaf,
the
dude.
elf. The elf sometimes beef. Ship it. Move through my phases, and I ship the turn to you.
Do you guys play Harmonize at least?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Harmonize is dope.
So you can harmonize. What?
Artifact.
All right.
Yeah, I don't
draw
think I
for
played
turn.
in this deck, but
Go to combat.
You went to combat, you got a goblin. Did you get your life lynch?
No, then Essence Warden will gain the
So
2
you
life
get
from
Bing
the...
bong bang.
Okay, so I can attack Sky with Legion Warboss.
Do
Correct.
it.
So I'll attack all. I'll put all these going at Sky, and then
God
just that coming at you.
Damn it, what the hell?
And then
Does this get
so the
buffed?
attack, yeah, the attack triggers. So we'll trigger Krenko first, and then Legion Warboss will mentor. So he'll still have lower power. So the mentor ability will resolve
Right.
first, and then that will resolve.
Yep.
So that resolves, and then Krenko will get another one. Then Krenko says, then create that many goblins equal to Krenko's power. So then I'll make 3 more goblins.
yeah, Mike's gonna net
you're gonna have-
3
Mike
life.
loves
Yes.
the
Yeah.
So I'm gaining 6 life.
Well, I just made
And then you have a 3/4 coming.
3/4 coming at you.
Okay, so I'm not gonna block the 3/4.
Take
I'm
the
gonna lose
3.
3.
And
And
then
then Sky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I love it, baby.
you
Okay.
pass after that?
I'm gonna do it. I'm going to play Goblin Matron. Goblin Matron says, when it comes into play or enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a goblin card. If you do, reveal that card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle.
Great card.
Great card, huh?
In any goblin deck, that is like my go-to. It's basically like a demonic tutor almost.
Yes,
It
you
is.
like
For
tutors.
goblins.
With a 1/1.
Essence Warden will trigger. I'll gain another 2 life for that goblin entering the battlefield.
Okay, so I'm going to reveal Gem Palm Incinerator. I'm done.
Untap, upkeep, draw, pay 3, and cast Cultivate. Searching my library for up 2 basic land cards. They will both be islands. I will put one onto the battlefield tapped and the other into my hand. On cast, I remove a counter from Arixmethes. Island into play tapped.
It is a Yume. He's the villain, whatever, I get it.
Come in with the sass. I like it.
Well, no, his read was excellent, dude. I gotta follow that. I pass.
Drawn 3.
Big thickies.
Of these 3 cards, I'll just keep the 1. Sense my life total slipping away before me. Play my land per turns. Forest. Pay 6 to cast Wort the Raid Mother. She's a 3/3 Goblin Shaman. When Wort the Raid Mother enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 green and red Goblin Warrior creature tokens. So that happens, which will cause some triggers, but I'll read her other ability first. Each red or green instant or sorcery spell you cast has Conspire. This is what we came here to do. Sling mono green spells.
So trigger, Essence Warden, and then Bilbo doubles it, so
6 life.
I have 6.
With my last manga, I'll cast Skull Clamp.
Clamps, boss, the clamps.
And I don't have great attacks anywhere. What, do you just have a 1/1? You've been slapping me and you're at 40?
I have 4 1/1s.
But we don't want to like trade our guys. I
Not
mean,
really.
So just let me hit you.
No.
But you've been hitting me.
But you keep tapping out.
But
Whose word is the best? Red or green?
why are we fighting?
We're playing Magic.
Card fight.
I pass.
Draw for turn. I will play a Canopy Vista, enters battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basics. I control 2 basics. I'm gonna tap 4, black and green. I'm gonna cast Giome, Master Chef. Troll Warlock, 5/3. At the beginning of your end step, create a food token equal to the number of non-token creatures you had entered the battlefield under your control this turn. And I believe Master Chef will see himself. I can also pay 1, colorless, sacrifice a food, target creature gains indestructible to end a turn, tap it.
Nice, dude. You gotta have a chef at the party, dude.
The chef has to come to the party. And hobbits like food.
They like food.
And it's Bilbo's party, so he has to have a chef to cook for all of the hobbits
Bilbo-
and elves.
Make
Bilbo's
a dozen
party is-
meals per day.
It's pretty cracking, dude. You invited a lot of goblins.
Gain 2 life from Essence Warden Trigger and Bilbo adding love to it. Pass phase at the end step because 1 creature on the battlefield, I get 1 food.
I may have a response at the end of turn. So this is the phase
okay.
of the game where I try to extort you.
Feelings
fear,
are on the stack.
feelings of fear are on the stack.
Sharing feelings is on the
Can
stack.
we be friends?
He's a limited guy. He's here to win and kill people.
That's true.
Are you forgetting what this man's about?
That's true.
Played heads up. Matt is
Okay.
a very good player. He's a much better player than me. I don't think he's as much of an asshole as me, though. And that might be working against him here.
The food entering the battlefield, but
We
you're
cool, Matt?
responding.
Yeah, food, we're great, dude.
All right, we're cool. Let's
We're
go to
good.
the party. We're going to the party.
We're going
Go
to
to the party,
Okay,
baby.
Food enters the battlefield.
Yeah, yeah.
Draw for my turn. Man, I want to. Can I get lucky? I just have to go to combat. Okay, this makes a goblin.
So you're going into
So I'm going to combat. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So you're gonna gain some life from that.
1, 2.
Okay, and then
69.
Here we did it.
We did it.
For all you people out there, we did it.
For all you fellow
See,
children.
this is really what I was waiting for, is for you to get to 69 life before I mollywop you.
I know. I think I have to swing at you, Mr. Villain. I know we said we were
that
cool,
is a
but
terrible idea.
kind of like a villain's code.
You'll
bro.
be like a hero. If you
Then
take
we
Scary Larry
wouldn't
down.
be
Right?
friends anymore.
Whoa.
like in real life, or
No, we
No, don't worry about that.
Yeah, we're still definitely
oh,
homies.
I'm gonna attack you with everything. Legion Warboss will trigger, put a +1/+1 counter, mentor counter on this goblin token. Then Krenko will trigger, put a counter on itself,
Krenko first gets the counter,
Then count as
then makes more
then
tokens.
makes more tokens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I have an opportunity to respond between when he gets the counters
Yeah.
and when the tokens are created?
Before attackers are declared, you would have had to
How
respond.
much damage is it total?
13, 14, 15.
In response to Krenko's trigger,
Okay.
I'll pay 4 and cast Engulf the Shore. On cast, I'll remove a counter from Arixmethes. Return to their owner's hand all creatures with toughness less than or equal to the number of islands you control.
Don't
Currently 4.
do this.
I didn't want to do this.
Larry.
Larry.
You brought this on yourself, Matt.
Larry.
This is a learning
Wait, so
experience.
we're putting all of our creatures back in our
all
hands?
of your stuff is getting bounced.
Well, mine stuff is not going to go to my hand. It's going to go to the Larry zone. the Larry fucked us area.
Have you guys seen Das Boot? It's a movie.
Mike is gonna go to the Larry zone.
Dude, Das Boot is a submarine movie, but there's like literally a Russian song that sounds like "fucked again," but it's Russian, but it's saying something else. But
Yeah.
it sounds like they're saying "fucked again, fucked again."
So I will respond
Yeah, I thought you might.
to that with the card you know is in my hand. Gem Palm Incinerator. So I'll cycle Gem Palm, targeting Karuga for 10, I think. Or
Seems-
11 now. I
seems
draw
legit.
a card, and now the
Everything gets
bounce.
bounced.
So we're bouncing all of our cards.
Creatures, right?
It's every creature.
With 4 or less power,
4 or less toughness.
toughness.
That's everything.
Yeah.
So
But look at this nice, tidy life total.
Yeah, hey, that is cool, actually.
I was hoping to get another 6 life.
I was literally
I thought you
actually
were
going to
gonna gain
say,
another
would
10.
someone remove
Oh,
those
right.
cards so that he could stay at 69? But now I'm sad that it's happening because I'm really fucked over here.
I didn't want to do it.
Well, let's take it back for a second. So attack triggers happen. So he
had
responded.
2, yeah.
Larry resolves first, which bounces everything. Then that other trigger still sees that it had the 2 counters and the 1 life because you responded to the trigger.
Yeah.
okay,
So we'll clearly say it because you're now making 3 goblins.
right. Okay, right. So everything gets bounced.
Yeah,
and then Krenko's power was 3. There they are.
There they are.
1, 2, 3. Very good.
They're shiny.
Okay, we did
So
it.
3 goblins come in because the Krenko trigger was still on the stack and saw that it had the 3. Larry was responding to the trigger before it resolved and those came down.
All right, then I'll play my land for a turn. Let's replay Krenko.
Cool.
Okay.
That's it. So you go. Damn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a forest as my land for turn. Pay 5 and cast Urban Evolution. Draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. On cast, that will remove the final counter from Arixmethes.
Oof. 12-12, no summoning sickness.
And then I draw 3 cards. I can play a second land. That's correct. Play Alchemist's Refuge as my second land. Green-blue tap it. I may cast non-land cards this turn as though they had flash.
Gives you flash.
Then I'll pay 3 and cast Thassa, God of the Sea. 5/5, indestructible enchantment creature. As long as my devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. Devotion is currently 2. At the beginning of my upkeep, scry 1, and blue and a generic, target creature I control can't be blocked this turn.
It's cool.
God of the Sea, Slumbering Isle, thematic moments. Declare battle.
You're in battle.
Welcome to the Larry zone, Michael Lynch.
12.
at you.
Slap him with Eric's giant whale dong. Just crack, crack.
Take
Kiora's,
12.
Kiora's follower sends her regards.
Oh, he ramped you.
The ocean doesn't forget. Beth.
Okie dokie, artichokies. I untap, add draw. Sorry, I actually draw 3.
So sorry about attacking you again. I really feel bad. I do feel bad.
blocker?
About that. Jeez.
Dude, I like this nascent PR campaign.
I'm just gonna keep the 1 card from Sylvan Library. It's a forest. I tap 6. Wort the Raid Mother, as you may remember. She back. She got gobos. No triggers. And my next spell is Llanowar Elves, the 1 mana classic dork. That's my turn. Pass.
I will untap a sad board state and then draw even more sad.
Damn.
Great party, Bilbo.
Sick.
Oh, once the goblins came.
Bilbo is sad about these goblins. Play a brush land for my land for a turn. I'm gonna tap 6, 2 white. I'm gonna cast Farewell. I'm going to exile all graveyards, all enchantments, and all creatures. So artifacts are safe because I like my artifacts. Any responses to Farewell? Exiling Larry's board and your board. Do you have any responses?
I have no responses.
Larry?
No.
Bird on the stack. Yep, no, that's
This
it.
has been in my hands this turn.
Bird
one.
resolves.
Doesn't mean you should.
And I forgot about it.
This is the only way I can deal with not getting commander damage.
Next time you're complaining about game going long, I'll just remind you. The Wort goes to zone.
It is the first game of the day.
Yeah.
Bilbo wants you to come back to his party. I'm gonna tap 4, Asban and green. I'll first cast Essence Warden, which will let me gain a life when another creature enters the battlefield. I will then have Bilbo enter, which will gain me the 2 life.
Good, that's happening again. Should we tell him it's Abzan?
No.
Abzan?
Okay.
Oh, the whole yard.
Oh, I didn't realize you
Yeah,
said
all
Thank you.
very good, yeah. I gained my life, and now I pass my turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw. Legion Warboss, the mentor guy. Beginning
will
of combat.
gain 2 life.
Yep, sure, go for it. And then I'll go to combat. We'll make a token.
Get your little boy.
Got a boy back.
I'll gain 2
2 more
life.
life for you. Sky, you seem excited to get out of here. I'll attack you for 2.
Yep, okay.
I'll play Rouse Reinforcements, which makes 2 1/1 blue and red elemental creature tokens. They look like that. Oh yeah.
Trigger, I gain 4 life because Essence War and Bilbo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Untap, upkeep, draw, play a forest. I'll pass the turn.
What is he tasking the turn with that much mana for?
I can play up to a 7-drop at instant speed.
So I'm
Cyclonic Overload.
untapping,
That's just here.
drawing only 1 card like a plebe.
I did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, plebe boys.
With my 7 mana and missing a land drop. Casting a Finhorn Elves, it's a 1/1 that can tap for 1. Cast
I gain 2 life because Essence Warden, and thankfully Bilbo loves you coming to the party.
69!
Again. We're here again.
Again, but not for long.
We're stuck in a time loop.
Yeah, yeah, for
What's
real.
happening?
How do time loops happen? Board wipes, okay. Next spell for green is Sylvan Safekeeper, which you will remember. Gain your life.
2 life. Essence Warden, Bilbo.
It's a hexproof or shroud?
Trout.
Trout.
Thanks.
So no one can target it.
Yeah. To equip Skull Clamp to the Safekeeper because I'd kind of rather hit my land drop than just sit here complaining. Draw 2 cards off of Skull Clamp. Was that clear enough?
Yeah, it's fine. No one will listen to you if you complain.
Good enough. Okay, perfect.
You never heard that? They say that a lot in New York.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They're like, oh, I can't complain. They're like, yeah, no one would listen if you did.
Play Wasteland as my land per turn. Yay. It can tap to add a colorless mana, or I can tap and sacrifice it to destroy target non-basic land. But I'm going to use these 4 forests to cast Harmonize, baby!
Heyo.
Draw 3 cards. I would have liked to conspire this, but somebody's wiped the board all over the fucking place. Responses? Does it resolve?
Yep. He splashed you.
I draw 3. Harmonize! Well, harmonizing is...
I know. It's
You got me? Okay.
It's not gonna be me. I can't sing.
Well, you could start.
Pass.
You're passing?
Yeah.
I get to untap. Do I get to untap? Are you doing something on his untap?
He counters your untap.
Okay. Draw for turn.
You'd always
All
get
right.
priority.
Exotic Orchard hits the battlefield. I'm gonna tap a Soul Ring and the Exotic Orchard, and I'm gonna play a Pristine Talisman. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool, you gain 1 life.
Nice.
I'm then gonna tap for 4, gain 1 life, which then gains me another life. I will recast Genome Master Chef.
Guillaume.
Guillaume.
Probably just Guillaume.
Sorry, Guillaume Master Chef.
Gino.
Entering the battlefield will trigger Essence Warden, and Bilbo will see it, so I'll gain another 2 life. I will go to combat. I will hit Larry for 1, because he's open.
Prior to blocks,
Yes.
activate Alchemist's Refuge. Gives my spells flash until end of turn. I will tap 7 manas, taking 1 from Waterlogged Grove, and flash in Striped Riverwinder. 5/5 hexproof with cycling. On ETB, you will gain 2 life.
Nice.
The big serpent is going to eat.
We haven't gone to the blocker step yet.
Yeah.
I can then just give my guy indestructible. So, okay, well, yeah, go to block.
I will block.
I need my guy. Tap 1, sacrifice the food to his ability, make this indestructible, and tap it. Because I don't want to lose my Essence Warden. Cleanup phase, nothing happens. We go to beginning of end step. I will create a food token because I had a creature enter the battlefield.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Tap. Drop a turn.
No cards in hand. Top deck in. Sad day.
Love it.
I'll just go to combat. Legion Warboss creates another goblin.
I will see that and gain 2 life.
Very good, very good. I will attack Sky. Sky will attack you with everything, and I'll mentor one of the goblins.
What are you doing, cool Matt?
It's like a brothers' war situation.
No.
I married that.
Okay. I take it. I mean, what?
You can block one.
No.
Okay, post-combat, I will play Goblin Matron. Oh yeah, you
Hits
gain.
the battlefield, I
Sure.
gain 2 life.
Life gain is so frustrating.
Well, it still feels like I could fold pretty easy.
Yeah, you have no
There was-
cards in hand.
I have no cards in hand. Blasphemous over here, Rift over. Like once the House of Cards is done, then you're just waiting to get beat every turn.
Talk all the crap you want on life gain. I could use some right now.
Is anyone gonna attack me? I feel like
Yes.
be attacked.
Someone is.
Okay, great. I'm going to get Goblin Sharpshooter with Goblin Matron, and that's in my hand.
In your hand.
And I am done.
Scary Larry.
Our friendship is.
Full of cookie dust.
Upkeep, draw,
Let's see what Tom Selleck's gonna do.
play a Temple of Mystery, getting a scry. I'll go ahead and keep that. I'll pay 6 and cast Arixmethes.
Mr. Smithies.
Arixmethes enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters on him. I'll pass the turn.
No attacks on that 5/5?
No, I feel like I should keep stuff to be able to block.
No, because you're nice. Passing.
It is going for me.
Larry the nice guy.
Nice guy Larry.
And that doesn't.
AKA
Cool
villainous
Matt.
mustache.
Nice Larry. Yeah. All right. Land per turn, 8.
Oh.
Just Wort. You know the drill.
So I gain 2 from Wort entering.
And then
Another 1/2, 1/2.
pay 2 for 3 visits. This sorcery says search your library for a forest card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. And while it's on the stack, I'm gonna tap these 2 goblins for the Conspire ability. We'll finally see it happen. I copy. I am green spell slinging, guys, okay? This is what it looks like, okay? Everyone.
This is what it looks like.
2 copies of 3 visits is actually 6 visits. I got 2 forests.
Guess who's coming to dinner? It's
What's
me.
happening actually?
So that goes there.
He's coming to the party. He's expecting second breakfast. You better come correct, Mr. Hobbit.
What about second breakfast? And
Hobbits have like meal schedules.
second
Potatoes
breakfast
is the quote, I think.
The only thing I'm bummed about is this was my first mulligan, my free mulligan. Was the other hand, I had Frodo that could have been tempted by the ring. I would like to be tempted.
He would like to be tempted.
To be
I'd like to be
tempted.
tempted. So hopefully he'll show up eventually.
Okay, I pass.
Okay, you pass, so I untap. Draw for turn.
1 card in hand.
1 card, singular, is past the turn with all this mana. I will ship the turn.
All right.
All the open mana. Go through my phases.
Untap.
You make a food token and no, you
No,
don't.
doesn't.
I don't,
Good
nothing
jam.
entered. Yeah.
Draw for my turn.
I know, sad.
Defensive posture.
This is
food
kind of a
token.
quiet moment of the party. Like,
This is a lull in the action.
man, the
This
worst.
is where Bilbo got like a stomach pain and went to the bathroom.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, everyone's like, where is he?
Everyone
And
just
it's
like
he's
kind of
stuck
chews
in
on the hors
bathroom.
d'oeuvres. Like,
1, 2, 3. Goblin Sharpshooter.
Trigger, I gain 2 life.
Sure you do. Red.
89.
And I'll play Goblin Bushwhacker kicked.
Oh,
It's a 1/1 Goblin Warrior. If it was kicked, creatures you control get +1/+0 and haste until end of turn.
I will trigger 1, 2.
Okay. So then I will go to my attack. We're gonna get another one of these guys.
Trigger.
ETB, gain 2
Gain
life.
some life. So Sky, gotta get you to your gig.
You know that if you kill me, I have to sit here and watch the rest of the episode get filmed anyway, right?
We gotta get you to that gig, Sky. Somehow. The great gig in the sky. The great gig in the sky. You know?
Only one wart can be at the table is what he's saying.
Get
His warts are the best warts.
Absolutely bent, Matthew.
I'm not playing Wort. This is just an aggro deck. I'm just here to prove that aggro can work.
What is the
You have
attack?
a 3/3.
All out?
Yeah, all out. So we have a 2/1, 2/1, 2/1, 3/2, 2/1, and then 2/2/1s. No, I didn't attack with the War Boss or the Sharpshooter.
But the war boss still sends someone, you just don't mentor anybody.
Yeah, right. No
Okay.
mentor.
I can kill one of them with this, and I'll be taking how much about?
So you're gonna block a two power
Two
creature,
power? Like,
and then let me kill Wort. You are. That's great.
you wouldn't dare.
He would.
Yeah, how much damage is up?
15.
I have 19, so 15 is no problem.
Fair point.
Don't need 40 life to win a game of Magical.
True.
No, you don't. Magical magic.
Magical magic.
Magical magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
no blocks. No, thank you.
Now watch. Larry's
We
gonna
rehearsed
just,
this.
Larry's just gonna kill you now.
Well, he has a blocker.
I also have a play that will really help you guys, which,
Have I attacked you?
no, but I'm just letting you know. There's something in my hand that neutralizes the scariest ability currently on the table.
Any other triggers?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm just attacking with creatures.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'll pay 1 here and 2 more, so I lose 1 for Waterlogged Grove. I'll pay 3 mana total to activate War Room. I tap it and pay life equal to the number of colors in my commander's color identity, which is 2, and then I draw a card. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm paying 5 mana,
That was banned.
and I'm casting Soul's Majesty. Draw cards equal to the power of target creature you control. I will be targeting Striped Riverwind.
Nice.
So I'll draw 5 cards.
That has hexproof.
It does. Arixmethes trigger, I will remove a counter.
Ureths.
Play a Flooded Grove as my land for turn.
You're flooded.
And
We've all got a lot of
I'll
mana.
pass the turn.
All right, pass.
Oh, I've got...
Except you.
Matt has 3 lands.
I have like
Too many
14
cards.
lands in this deck. It's just like. I kept my first hand though.
You were confident with your first hand you kept. I saw that first hand, I only had like 2 lands. I was worried about it. Mulliganed into all lands and the Soul Essence Warden and the Farewell.
Pretty perfect.
Well, I have a turn 1 play, and I'm
That's
like, hopefully I'll draw into shit, and I can do turn 3 with him. And I top decked him when I played him. I discarded a
Lorthos and an island.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
I could just kill everything, but I won't.
I appreciate the tiny shred of decency that you seem to be suggesting that you may contain in your putrid body.
I'm just curious.
Play a land!
I'm just curious.
lands played.
This is Mirex. It's a sphere land. It can tap for diamond. It can tap to add a mana of any color, activate only if it entered the battlefield this turn. And I can pay 3, tap to create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. I'm tapping 6 forests and casting Collective Unconscious.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
It is a sorcery that says draw a card for each creature you control, and I'm gonna tap 2 green critters to conspire it. So I have 2 of these on the stack.
Drawing 8 cards.
Responses?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Resolves. I'm gonna pick up 8, 5, 6.
That's the problem. I don't know who to deal with right now.
He's got the commander
He's
damage
almost
threatening.
dead. He's
This
almost
guy.
dead.
This is who you want to deal with.
Dude, this party, I need to invite more people. It's like no one showed up but the Soul Warden and Geom. And then we're fending off
Oh my
goblins
God.
left and right.
Your only friend is an employee.
I got I know, my chef, Bilbo's chef showed up, brought some food,
Oh.
and Soul Warden's like, listen, I'm a soul sister, I gotta make sure someone is there for you when no one shows up.
The secretary and the chef are the only people who showed up.
Well, it's Bilbo's much younger girlfriend.
Okay, so Bilbo.
What is he, Leo DiCaprio? He's Leo DiCaprio now?
He's
He's like,
111.
yo, I need my 125.
Can't wait to get to 111 life. Has a trophy wife who probably hates him. Okay, I'm done.
Tap 2, cast Nature's Lore. Search your library for any forest and put it directly into play. This does not count toward your land per turn limit. Reshuffle your library afterwards.
Conspire?
Yeah, with that on the stack, I'll tap these 2 creatures to conspire it. I have 2 Nature's Lore on the stack. So that's gonna resolve. I'll go ahead and find 2 forêts.
They just come into play.
They are not tapped. 2 mana, Cryptolith Rite. Enchantment. Creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. My next spell with the last 4 lands I've got, tap, 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 for Wilderness Reclamation. At the beginning of your end step, untap all lands you control.
You're gonna go to your end step now, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm gonna just tap this, gain 2 life instead of 1.
my lands untap.
And I
Not just
untap,
basics, it's all.
and then I
Lands,
draw
all lands.
for a turn.
Oh, I actually have to clean up. I have more than 7, so I'll discard this forest and this guy as will.
Tap the talisman, tap the soul ring, gain 2 life from the talisman at Bilbo. That's 3. I'll tap the orchard. 4. I'm going to cast the One Ring.
Whoa!
There she is.
We'll see, by the time this airs, we'll see how much someone bought it for, but the current bounty on it is $2 million for the
For the serialized soul ring?
The serialized, yeah, One Ring. The One Ring Legendary artifact, indestructible. When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the One Ring. Tap it, put a burden counter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each burden counter on it. So I will tap the One Ring, put a burden counter on it. Now there's 1 burden counter on it, which means I draw 1 card.
And you currently have protection from everything until next turn.
Correct. Here's the predicament you put me in. I think everyone at home wants to see me kill Sky right now.
Oh
That
my
man
God.
set it up.
Oh my God. You're
Come
putting
on, let me kill him.
You're
Let me
putting a lot of words in a lot of mouths there, Michael.
Do you want to kill him?
Of course I want to kill him. Of course I want to. Look at him. Look at his face.
You know, I feel like my image needs a little bit of rehabbing, so I might stop both of you from killing him.
Wow. That's hot.
All right. Well, hey, what can I say about that?
Larry.
I don't like that.
I haven't made any promises, dude. Stop smiling
All
at
right,
me like that.
I'm gonna go to combat.
I love you, Daddy.
I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing Master Chef at Skylar, which is a 5-3.
Isn't the bad guy gonna save you?
No.
Oh!
No responses.
Okay. Are you responding by dying?
Yeah, no. I actually have plays. Tapping 5 to cast Return of the Wild Speaker. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. That's Wort, so I pick up 3. And now I will die.
Okay. Dead. Sorry, Sky. He was the driver in the golf course, and I just got my putter and was like, little tap tap.
I actually
was too
blamed
easy.
the Sylvan Library and Merritt, you jerk. I was holding bind for your Bilbo activation if it ever came down. But that wasn't good enough for the boys to help me out, was it? You need to get food
I
bar.
need food. So I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna cast Lobia Sackville Bagginses, which Bilbo hates. So he hates that she's showing up to the party. She's flash 2/3. When she enters, I had exile a creature card from an opponent's graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, then create extra credits. That's not gonna happen because no creatures of yours died this turn. But the fact that it enters the battlefield will trigger Essence Warden. I'll gain 2 life.
99.
My Master Chef is going to see it, so as I attempt to go to my end step, I will get a second food token. And I still have lots of stuff open.
And that's it, right?
And that's it, I ship it.
Okay. Jerk.
Bilbo Baggins! And now I have the One Ring! So at some point I may disappear from my party.
It's got to be a sticky situation, right?
Way.
Doesn't he get kind of nasty when that thing's around?
All right, I'm going to tap 2. I will play Skull Clamp. Use the other 1 floating to clamp away a goblin.
Draw 2 cards.
I'll hold priority and I'll respond to myself, pinging your Essence Warden for 1.
All right, I'm gonna pay 1 forest.
Sure.
Sack a food.
Sure.
Tap this down and it's indestructible.
Okay, and then this resolves. Lose my goblin, but I gain a sun.
You untap this dude.
Yes, and tap sharpshooter. Yep, I'm gonna go to attacks. Make a 1/1. My boy's back.
I gain 2 life.
You gain 2. Yeah, I'll attack you with everything except the stuff I'm not tapping.
Prior to blocks, I'll activate Alchemist Refuge, pay 5 mana, and flash in a Storm Surge Kraken. 5/5 Kraken with Hexproof and Lieutenant. As long as I control my commander, Storm Surge Kraken gets +2/+2 and has, whenever Storm Surge Kraken becomes blocked, you may draw 2 cards.
Nice.
On cast, I remove a counter.
I will gain 2 life.
Bring in ATBs.
ATB from Essence Warden.
Yeah.
I don't like your crackly krakens. He's
Going to blocks, flashed in my Storm Surge Kraken prior to blocks. I will block Goblin Matron and the 2/2
2/2.
Goblin.
All right. These are blocked. These are not blocked. And those both have hexproof?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll deal 1 to you, to your head. And then these guys die. I'll deal another 1, and then it untaps.
Okay.
These are dead, and you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Down to 22.
Good.
Not just discarding lives.
second main.
Second main. I want you guys to like me, okay? Play Anvil of Bogarden.
Nice.
Anvil of Bogarden is an artifact. Each player skips their discard phase. During each player's draw phase, you draw an additional card and then discard a card. That's it.
Okay. I will untap, draw,
Draw.
and then discard.
Damn, he's got a grip. And a bunch of krakens.
What do you think Goblin's got over here? How if I had 7 cards in my hand the whole game? Well, because 3 lands.
3 lands helps, right?
That's why.
Yeah.
I'll pay 4 and cast Kiora, Master of the Depths. Planeswalker, +1, untap up to 1 target creature and up to 1 target land. -2, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a creature card and or a land card from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. -8, you get an emblem with. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have it fight target creature. Then put 3 8/8 blue octopus creature tokens onto the battlefield. The emblem is the fight part. Once you receive it, you get 3 8/8s.
Yeah.
Just the one time.
Or remove a counter from Arixmethes.
On cast, yeah, nice.
Yeah. My Planeswalker is at 4 loyalty.
All right, what are we doing? How much land are you tapping?
I want to know the analytics on what percentage of games I die first.
I'll pay 7 and cast Scourge of Fleets. When Scourge of Fleets enters the battlefield, return each creature your opponents control with toughness X or less to its owner's hand, where X is the number of islands you control. Still 4. Well, on cast, it's going to remove a counter from Arixmethes.
It enters the battlefield, I gain 2 life.
Yeah.
All opponents?
Yeah.
And it's hitting everything.
Yeah.
I think that resolves.
You'll pass? Okay, I'll try to ping your Essence Warden.
While it's bouncing?
Yeah.
Before it bounces.
Sure.
Feed your wife. She's hungry.
I'll sack the food to Master Chef to make it indestructible.
Then everything gets bounced.
I will accept that.
Dang, so close to the 111.
Just creatures.
So I took 1 damage from tapping my waterlogged grove.
Okay.
I'll pay 2 and cast Rampant Growth, removing the last counter from Arixmethes. Searching my library for a basic, plus Kiora, Master of the Depths.
Untaps a creature
up to
and
1
a
target
land.
creature, Arixmethes, and 1 land, Waterlogged Grove.
And I have protection from everything, so I can't take any damage.
I will declare battle, and Matt, I will swing at you for 22, 10 of which is commander damage.
I'm at 18.
12 is commander now.
Yep.
That's a wet slap. Sploosh.
That is a sploosh.
I'll pass the turn.
I am concerned. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap 3, and I'm gonna generous gift your commander.
Okay.
So you'll get a 3/3 beast. All right, so now I will untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, I lose 1 life because of the 1 ring burden. Then I draw 2 cards,
Draw 2, discard 1.
discard 1. Okay, I'll discard Chromatic Lantern.
I'm sorry, Matt. Housekeeping matter. You took an additional 2 because this has 7 power.
Okay, gotcha. Because you have your commander.
Yeah. Well, I did.
You did at the time.
And you might have to ignore the Phyrexian part of that beast. It's the only.
That's all right.
I'm gonna tap Soul Ring to cast Arcane Signet. I'm gonna tap a basic Forest to cast Essence Warden. I'm gonna tap 3, 1 of each color, to recast my commander. I gain 2 life because it enters the battlefield. I'm gonna tap the Prismine Talisman, gain 2, and then these 3 to recast my Master Chef. He needs food to be ready at this party. He's a hobbit. It's very important to him.
Gain 2 more, you're at 110.
Gain 2 more.
Holy crap.
We're there. We're so close.
We're going to the party.
I'm gonna tap the 1 ring, put another burden counter on this, draw 2 cards. I didn't play a land for turn, so I'm gonna play a Llanowar Waste. All right, I guess I'm just gonna go to my end step because none of these have haste. So I'll go to my end step. I had 3 creatures that entered the battlefield, so I'll get 3 foods.
All right.
And I have 4 mana available.
He's not like a beginner chef.
Yeah, he's amazing. 3 people came in, 3 food
does say
tokens
master
got
on
me.
it, yeah.
I passed turn.
I'll untap, draw 2. Oh my god, get out of here. I'll discard Recoup. Just flashback.
Missing a land drop again.
Actually,
Wow.
Number 59 on it.
59.
at the shop I grew up playing at in Baraboo, Wisconsin, we would like proxy out decks just by writing 1 through 60 on them. And then you just have like a list of the deck you were playing. So you could just, you didn't have to change the deck. So this is just an homage to Dragon's Den and Baraboo.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna do something that I will look kind of familiar to you guys. I'm gonna play Legion War Boss.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is that the 4th time
The
I've
game
cast it?
of deja vu, except for you because you're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you get, trigger, 2 life for
Trigger,
you.
I
You're
gain
there.
2 life.
Okay,
I'm
so
there,
you're there.
but 112, which is not what I'm supposed to be. I need to be exactly at 111.
Then,
or more.
Yeah, one or more. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
it's not
So you're
exactly.
good. You're good.
I thought it was
It doesn't
exact.
say exactly.
Reading the card explains the card, doesn't it?
Okay, and then we'll go to combat. You'll get 2 more life for my token. Oh, I'm sorry. Token must attack. You're right. So I'll attack. Yeah, sure. So I'll attack you. Your life.
I'll block with my 3/3.
3/3. Okay, so that dies. Very good. That was cool. I love magic.
Man, you
3
had, you
left.
had no winning swing with that one.
No, that was not it. It was
couldn't-
close. It was close.
Didn't have your normal bullying target over here.
All right, I'll equip the Skull Clamp to Legion Warboss. It's a 3/1. I'm just gonna play Goblin Bushwhacker. No kick, so just have a 1/1.
I gained 2 life.
Yep, no discard phase. That's it. I'm done.
Untap, upkeep, draw an additional. I'll play a Scavenger Grounds as my land for turn.
Oh yeah, discard. Draw 2, discard 1.
What was the one I wanted?
It can be any. Yeah, it doesn't have to be one of the ones you drew.
Yeah, it'll be this nerd. Scavenger Grounds is a desert subtype. Taps to add colorless to my mana pool. I can pay 2 and tap it. Sacrifice a desert, so itself qualifies. Exile all cards from all graveyards.
Okay.
Ouch.
That's cool.
I'll pay 4, cast Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature has Defender. And 2, tap. Other creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn. X is this creature's power.
Ooh.
I'll pay 3, equip it to the Storm Surge Kraken.
You guys want to see a really big fish sit on a normal-sized chair?
So I have Dragon Throne equipped to Storm Surge Kraken, pay 2, and tap the Storm Surge Kraken, activating, giving my whole squad +5 until end of turn.
And trample.
And trample.
Oh yeah, because you got no commander.
Then I will +1 Kiora,
Ooh, baby.
untapping Storm Surge Kraken and Alchemist's Refuge.
This is hot.
Then I'll pay 2 and activate Storm Surge Kraken again, pumping my squad +10.
Double
I
trample.
got
by
so
the way.
close to getting to just pump out, dump all my creatures on the battlefield.
And
Even
I'm-
though they're not big, there's a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings cards, but it was like so close.
I know.
I'll declare battle.
I wanted to see
Yeah.
this.
Lynch, everything at you.
So how much is that?
15,
15, 16,
16,
and 13.
I guess I go down to 72, take 44.
Stands to reason.
4.
72.
I'm gonna pass the turn.
That wasn't enough?
Having done 44 damage, yeah. Yeah. Pretty stoked.
I'm proud of you.
I'll untap, trigger. I lose 2 life because the burden counters.
You could have tapped it in response to draw cards, put a counter on it, and be at 69. What kind of a party is this?
Yeah, do you want to
Mike?
take a hot sauce shot?
I'm
Because
good.
that-
I'm gonna. So I draw 2 cards,
Yeah, draw 2, discard 1.
and I discard 1. Okay. How much land do I have? And so I have 14 mana available. I am going to discard a swamp. Going to tap the 1 ring, putting a 3rd burden counter because it's heavy carrying the ring. And I will draw 3 cards. I will then play the Shattered Sanctum. Going to tap the Pristine Talisman, gain 2 life. Soul Ring,
3 mana floating.
4, 5, 6, 6. I'm gonna cast Beacon of Immortality. Double target player's life total. Shuffle Beacon of Immortality into owner's library. I top decked that!
Party time,
So glad I
baby!
top decked that. And that was part of the, that's why I discarded this. I drew
yeah.
that, I was like, oh shit.
Do the math.
Even if I lose, I'm gonna do, Bilbo's gonna exile.
Bilbo's gonna throw his party.
He's gonna do his fucking party thing. 144?
You want me to check that up for you and you can search?
Yeah. So first what happened, double player's life total, and then shuffles. Well, yeah, so first I had to technically shuffle.
Your life total is
My
gross.
life total's doubled. Beacon is back in here. I now have enough land to pay his ability.
No, 144 is a gross.
Good job.
I'm gonna tap 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to exile, tap and exile Bilbo, search your library for any number of creature cards, put them onto the battlefield, shuffle, only activate as a sorcery, and only if you have 111 life or more. So we're gonna do the
Done.
thing. I think what I'm gonna do too is because it's a party and because Sky's dead, I'm going to use Sky's board to dump the creatures.
out.
Treebeard, gracious host. And you know what? I love Treebeard. When I read the books, I was really loving the end, so I couldn't wait when Two Towers came out to actually see them visualized. Celestine, the Living Saint. They all technically are going to go to the battlefield at the same time, but I'm going to read them one at a time so we know what it is. All right, so we have Pippin, Warden of Isengard. So I guess to skip you guys the headache of reading them all, I'll just quickly go fast. Sam, Loyal Attendant, Savvy Hunter, Eleanor Gardner, Frodo, Adventurer's Habit, Rodolph, Duskbringer, Peregrine Took, Janira, Friend of the Forest, Rox Feramander, Tireless Provisioner, Lathril, the Boundless Dawn, Gethril, the Greatest of the Eagles, Delighted Halfling, Cauldron Familiar, Soul Warden, Samwise Gamgee, Merigrin, Warden of Ezra, Prize Pig, Akira Shidiki, the Usurper, that's one of your bays, Butterbur Bee Innkeeper, Soul Attendant, another Soul Sister, Kambal Consultation. I'm gonna make room on my board now. Dude, a lot of people showed up. When you went to birthday, if you looked at the movie, they all were there.
Stayed in the driveway.
So then Savala is...
Unreal. I couldn't even get in.
Savala Explorer returned, the Gaffer,
They brought pigs.
Gilded Goose, Beto, the Dusk Rose, which I might just kill you with that.
You kill us on the stack,
Birds, Blossoming Bogas, when he attacks, gain 2 life. The new creatures you control gain trample and plus X on a turn where X amount of life you gain this turn. That's also the win con. And then Banquet of Guests, which will enter and then die because I didn't do X, so it'll actually just die and go to the graveyard.
Keep it here for a second. So, Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose is also pretty key. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life.
Right.
All of these enter together, but state-based effects from the Essence Warden and the 2 Soul Sisters will take effect. So each of these is going to gain him 3 life.
3 life each, so you can just shoot everything.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
Rock's Faith
and
Mender
6
also
life
doubles
And
that.
Rox doubles it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
so
kill
to
us with
So let's count. So
6 total ETBs, drain us for all the life you
Right.
need.
So I have 31 creatures that are going to enter the battlefield.
Gaining 180 life, which means they lose 180 life.
No?
Technically, you assign the damage. It's not each opponent. It's assigned
Yeah.
But I have 180.
to target. Yeah,
So you guys
I'm just
only
saying
have-
technically.
Okay, technically. So technically I
90 and 90.
So I just had all So I just had all of these enter the battlefield. The Gilded Goose would give me another egg, a couple other things, another foods, a couple other things give me foods, but I'm gonna spare you guys that detail since I can just kill you with the gain life, lose life.
You have 3 Soul's Attendant effects that all see each other and get doubled.
By
Your
Rox.
life gain gets doubled by the Rock's Faith Mender.
Yeah.
And then that interacts with Veto, who whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much. So each creature that ETBs is gaining you 6 life.
With
Yeah, and what's great
30
is
ETBs.
Treebeard then gets huge too with
Yeah.
his +1 counters.
Yeah, so you're winning the game like 3 ways.
Yeah, a lot of ways.
Drain, you could sack foods to give
Which
your
I've-
team haste.
Yeah, plenty of that.
That's
That
super
also
sweet.
could win. So
So,
both
I mean,
of the both
you don't
of these,
even need Veto necessarily. You have like a combat win con, and you have
depending
like a
on-
gain and drain win con if you ever get to this. That's really cool,
Because it
Mike.
really depends on what people do, right? If it gets to the graveyard or something happens early or it's in your hand, so you have to have multiple win cons just in case. But like I told you, I didn't put Elishnorn in here. I didn't put Craterhoof. So I was trying to do other fun ways that was less what we've seen before.
What would stop it? I mean, if you had like solitary confinement or something.
This would have
That
stopped it.
What was that?
Freaking jerks.
Oh, counter and activated ability.
I was
Any-
gonna counter your Bilbo.
Any effect that prevents an enter the battlefield trigger right now
that would
would
do.
stop Veto. Like Thalia and Gitrog would help.
Like Containment Priest would
Containment Priest would have stopped this entire run of shenanigans.
Yeah,
Nothing would have entered play.
Yeah.
True.
bind. My bind also.
Bind
Thanks
would-
for not saving me, because
End of turn would have stopped me from doing anything too. End of turn spell.
Sure, that's
Turn's
true.
over. So
Good
Matt,
job, Mike. Mike,
how
you
was
won.
how was your
GG.
first time being on the show?
Can I bolt the bird before I die?
You can bolt the bird before you die.
Okay, then it was great. I really had a great time.
Bolt the bird. Well, that's on the stack. You bolt the bird.
Right, and then I
Bird
died.
dies.
It was
Wait,
great.
you mean to tell me you could have bolted his commander in response to him casting Beacon of Immortality?
Sorry, it was Shock the Bird. And Bilbo's a 2/3.
Yes, okay.
So no, I didn't have that.
Difference.
Unfortunately, no. I had a great time. I played an aggro deck, and You know, had a good time.
You did aggro things.
I've never done that in like a straight up 4-player game of Magic, especially playing against like the visual spoiler of the Lord of the Rings set.
Yeah, this was.
You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I played this for the first time yesterday with Larry. It didn't really get to do much, and then once it got wiped, it was kind of over. And that's why this time I really tried to like, I kept a lot of mana up to be able to consistently protect myself with the food. I mean, Master Chef was a secret winner. That and Essence Wort, and I felt those were the MVPs.
Yeah, having removal for Arixmethes before I could hit you for another 12.
Oh, I had
that was the big one.
Yeah.
You know,
I was
my
really
goal
scared.
obviously is to try to put this onto him and then give everybody plus 12.
Yeah.
I just figured early on that I needed to prevent you from getting your wheels going, because once your wheels going, I saw how scary it was. And then I was also worried because if I had sacked a bunch of those food to start blocking and doing 7, I wouldn't have had enough food maybe to do whatever.
so you're saying that if you would have lost 2 draws, you wouldn't have hit that Beacon of Immortality.
The Beacon of Immortality
So
was it was the first one.
It
was the first one. It was the first one I drew.
Symmetrical card advantage.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but no, that helped for sure. It helped me get there.
too, yeah.
But this also would have got me there too.
That was a nifty draw engine for you, and over the course of 2 turns, like you dig out.
Well, the thing that made me most excited is the whole reason I think he exiles because he puts the ring on. So for flavor win, I feel like we got full flavor win. For sure. He puts the ring on. Everyone at the party's like, "Where'd he go?" And that's how the movie starts. So now we're gonna start in our fellowship.
Right.
Let me see.
Yeah, and Sky was trying to sit there threading a stick between the ring and
Yeah,
and
he
your
would have
hand.
exiled himself and taken the mana, and then
you
just
would have been
had
like,
the ability
"Nope."
countered. And
Like, why don't you just
Good. So I did
disappear
the
and not
right-
bring your friends?
So I did the right thing by killing him.
you did the right thing by killing me, and you did the wrong thing by not stopping him from doing it. It's okay. This is great.
You know what's funny? My opening hand was all lands, her, and farewell. And all I kept thinking was, well, at least I will be able to get there. Hopefully I can draw into answers. So I like the whole game, because you saw WoW stalling out. I just kept having all this land available, available.
That was the engine. I mean, that just kept it going.
And then because I had enough to stop your 1/1s on these sides, I felt that's why you're like, okay, let's attack the big normal threat, Larry. So I felt like I was able to...
Big normal Larry.
Cool Matt and Big Normal Larry.
But, so...
Big Larry Normal?
Larry,
Normal.
big scary Larry.
Big
Scary
Larry Normal
gets
in the
big and scary.
house. Setting your dryer to normal. Setting your washer to normal. That's all normal is,
I mean,
guys.
Magic is such a thing of luck, you know, mixed with skill, and it was like I felt very lucky because like last time I said I played with you, like I didn't get to do any of this. I didn't even get close to getting a ton of life when we played last time. So I was really excited to see this happen, and I'm glad we got to try it out. But there's another game you could play with this, and this never gets there.
I think this is an outlier board state.
Yeah.
Getting to 111 is a tall order.
Yeah.
You had just gotten chunked for 44 and were nowhere close, and you hero top decked Beacon of Immortality. That's why we play the game, dude.
Yeah, big swingy
stories actively being told. You know what I mean? Like, people are gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, Larry's gonna run away with it. There's gonna be another bounce spell, and he's gonna fucking overrun the board."
Which
That's
it
gonna be
looked
that.
like. It looked like that's
And
what
it
was going to
looked
happen.
like that was going to happen until Beacon of Immortality really like cranked up your party stitch, and you know nobody had a Containment Priest, which is like, take note, boys and girls, Containment Priest beats this entire thing before any of it happens.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could
Good
put more
game,
utility stuff in here too, because like if you need to get like a naturalize effect or stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things that just ETB and kind of like clear the way for whatever the combo is.
But I'll say it was fun to do it. It was like it was fun to see how close we kept getting to 111 and for me to get knocked back. That hero top deck, I mean, I thought the game was over. Because I've had life gain decks where you get high, and then people warp you, and then you're just slowly get beat down.
Yeah.
You've done it to me too in Limited.
Yeah,
We've done stuff where I'm like, yeah, I'm getting life, and I'm like, oh, Larry's ended me, and now I'm just slowly watching him turn after turn beat me in the face.
But I mean, that's part of the beauty of like Magic and the whole experience with it is like life gain seems really cool at first until you realize that most of the time it doesn't really win you the game until it does.
Right.
You know?
I really appreciate you guys being on the show. Good to have you on. I got to meet Matt through Skype, playing a bunch of limited All-Star over there, and now we got a little rivalry with you guys in Limited.
Cool, Matt.
Normal Larry.
Good game. Yeah, buddy.
Sad Sky, can I get in there?
Thank you guys for coming. Hey, every other Friday, make sure you guys come check us out. I Hate Your Deck too. Peace. If you want to support I Hate Your Deck, please consider joining our Patreon. It's an excellent community that we have built with people from around the world where we play Magic in our Discord using Spell Table. If you haven't had a chance to play online Magic yet, try out our Discord. It's a great community where people are gaming daily. And every Thursdays we have Commander Day where people play all day and night, but the community's gotten so big, Commander Day is almost every day at I Hate Your Deck. I Hate Your Deck would like to thank our sponsor, No Pulp Media. It's where we're shooting right now, and it's where a lot of people come to record music or do podcasts. So if you're looking to do that, check out No Pulp Media here in Long Beach. Hey, it's time for the random Patreon shoutouts. I'd like to thank Jordan Marshall, Don Dada, and Michael Hagler. Thanks, guys. If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck.
Los Angeles is the sunny home of we, the Wizards of the West Coast. The guests we fuck with on this epic show. I Hate Your Deck! Guitar solo! All right! The competition is toe-to-toe. From Cassius Marsh to fucking Post Malone. The best commanders and the lowest blows. I hate your deck! We're on a roll! Wow! So attack, play your cards, and say go. Be you white, blue, black, red, green, or gold. It's a counter spell? What's the deal, bro? I hate your deck! Now enjoy the show.
I Hate Your Deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community.